let's show a tweet from Brit Hume. Brit Hume tweet, if you could put that up. Brit's one of the smartest people I know, and I generally agree with him. Not always. 106. Here's what Brit put on Twitter. The First Amendment does not protect performers like Jimmy Kimmel from being canceled by their private sector employers. Dan, agree, correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
Sean, you agree with that too, right?
100%.
But then Brit went on to say this, but I would have liked the outcome a lot better if the chairman of the FCC had not involved himself in it. Dan, agree or disagree with that one?
Agree completely.
Sean.
The beginning part of what Brendan Carr said, I was fine with. I think the end, where he's kind of dictating to the affiliates, is where I sort of said, probably not. So the first part of what Brendan said was fair game, which is that this issue is a problem, and then explaining the remedy was probably a little bit too exact.
Well, go. Say more. Too exact.
Yeah. So in other words,
the easy way or the hard way is how he started.
No. So he started explaining how these companies just don't get it. And I think that's right. But
he's got a history of saying things on social media and elsewhere that suggests that he doesn't believe the government should play a role as censor. And
right,
but it's also one thing. He not so indirectly threatened their license by saying they better do something about this. I think he's a fascinating guy.
What is this? That's the one of the things you got to define.
But I just don't understand why a conservative would think it's okay for him to decide what's appropriate speech. I just don't understand that. I say that legitimately.
That's why what I'm saying is I think there's the stations that are licensed have an equal time provision, and I think there's an aspect of which
they still?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay. Yes.
But this isn't. I thought
they got rid of the equal time.
This isn't a news show. This is a comedy show.
But so does Saturday Night Live. And when you veer into, if Jimmy Kimmel wants to make himself a news show, which is what he has done, this isn't Jay Leno. He has every Democratic leader, commentator, elected official, candidate on there, and spends almost all of his monologues going after the current administration. That's a political show that used to be a comedy show. And I think that there's a good discussion about the proper use of airways under that guise. When he says what the remedy should be is where I got a little going, okay, and he said the owners of the affiliates, i.e. Nexstar, Sinclair, Tenga, etc., should do the following. That's when I got a little bit, I think it's important to raise the issue to make sure that we on the right are getting our due when it comes to public airways. They shouldn't all tilt one way. Okay. But I think that when we tell them what the exact remedy must be, that's the problem.
Yeah, I will say, there's no perfect balance, right, on the First Amendment. But ABC has had a late night show that is more anti-Trump. Americans who don't hate Donald Trump or don't think their late night comedy shows should be anti-Trump, or don't think that if there's a daytime show that's supposed to be a show that's a casual chat show, that should be virulently anti-Trump. They don't get that, I think, for a lot of people. So for a lot of people, the niceties of the First Amendment, the niceties of threatened government censorship are overweighed by this.
Want more great clips like that? I've got an idea. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the Two-Way community, never miss a clip, and you can always watch our full episodes, join them live, go to twoway.tv.